Our choice was to parent girls because they were harder to place than the young boys were.
When foster homes couldn't find a place, Linda and Richard Harrell's home became that place. The couple took in dozens of children, giving them a home and showing many a love they had never experienced.
Linda and Richard dedicated their lives to helping kids, 30 who became their own. WHO 13's Courtney Green joins us. Courtney, talk about life-changing for so many of these kids.
You know, Linda and Richard Harrell, who I still call Mr. and Mrs. Harrell, raised 2 children of their own. But when they got a call in 1990 that there were 2 young girls in a homeless shelter with nowhere to go, they jumped into action. On a recent Thursday evening, Linda Harrell prepared and served food in the kitchen at Corinthian Baptist Church in Des Moines. Feeding and taking care of people is in her DNA. She's the 4th of 10 children. A mother of 2 grown children of her own, she vividly remembers the day in 1990 when she and her husband Richard received a call about 2 girls who were in a homeless shelter.
We thought, you know, this is Richard and Linda Harrell. We can go around and get the children out. Little that we knew that we had to go through foster care training to get the children.
They learned quickly about what's required to become a foster parent.
At that time, the training wasn't as rigorous as it is now. And that was, we went through it in record time to get the children. But now it's, the foster care training is much more extensive than it was at that time. We went day and night so that we would be able to get the children.
Over a 20-year period, the Harrells parented more than 30 girls and 1 boy. The majority were black.
Our choice was to parent girls because they were harder to place than the young boys were. African American girls at that, because they're harder to place. They stay in shelters and in group home longer. So that was our choice to parent African American girls, and they're teen girls at that.
She recalls teaching many of the children how to eat with a knife and fork.
And it would bother me to see a child eating with a spoon, but that's all they had. So and I talked with them about that, and I told them when we go out, I want you to know how to eat with a knife and fork. And of course, there were times that we would go out and they would come over to me, which knife or which fork? No, which fork do I use? So it worked out. She had graduated from college.
Some of the children lived with them from the age of 10 until high school graduation. Graduation was the goal. The students went to school and worked part-time jobs. The Harrells instilled financial management and time management skills. But imagine helping more than a dozen teenagers get their driving permits.
My husband and I taught them how to drive. They messed up a couple of cars, but a couple of tires, but we did it. And strangely, he took them to buy the cars. Oh, that was really something big. So when they purchased their cars.
And they worked to make the holidays special.
They would help me to cook Thanksgiving dinner. And during the Christmas time, we would, they said this was the best Christmas they'd ever had. We would even hide gifts from them, and they would have to go find them. And this was just to make the holidays fun for them. I would even buy gifts for their parents, some of them, so that they would have something to give their parents.
One of those girls who live with the Harrells is Brittany Overstreet Beard. At one time, she was homeless. Now she's married with 3 children and lives in the Quad Cities. She said living with the Harrells transformed her life.
I remember Mr. Harrell, he told me about the importance of memorizing your social security number, and it was with them when I had perfect attendance in school. I was on the A-B honor roll. One of the things living with them, you had to go to church with them. And so they really helped me to get closer with God. I'll never forget the ways that they just loved on me, even when I was so undeserving.
The Harrells parented their last child in 2010. Richard Harrell died in 2015. But the Harrells' legacy will live on through a scholarship in their name that helps foster children get an education.
These children want unconditional love. Once they realize that, then it's easier to parent them. because they have lost some of that fear. You know, the fear that when I do something wrong, you're going to put me out. And I've had some of them to say that to me. But we're not going to put you out. We'll discuss it. We'll talk about it. But we're not going to put you out.
Mrs. Harrell said in 20 years, there was only one child that had endured such trauma in her life that she and her husband simply didn't have the background or training to parent her, but they still kept in touch. And Mrs. Harrell was happy to tell me that the young lady is doing well today. If you'd like to donate to the Richard and Linda Harrell Foster Care Scholarship, go to harrellfostercarescholarship.org. Brittany Overstreet Beard established the scholarship 5 years ago to help children who found themselves in foster care because of influences simply outside of their control.
Courtney. Like, oh, Brittany has quite a success story too, right?
There are several success stories, Erin. Several of those girls went on to college, they're married, they're parents, and they just credit Mr. and Mrs. Harrell with giving them that solid foundation.
Unconditional love.
That's it.
All right, thanks. Why is she making me cry like that?
It's a great story.
It is.
All you need is love, right? Isn't that the old song?
That
All
is
you need
true.
is love.
And
Yes.
it's proof. Look at that success. 30 children.
30
for the love
kids.
of Pete. Yeah. Help those folks out. That's a great donation.